Okay guys, so here's a much better M version that you can buy from BMW, $20,000 less than your favorite M3, okay? So here's my new BMW M2. This is my second vlog on this channel, and if you're here for the first time, of course you are, hit that subscribe button because it helps me a lot. And today I'm going to present you my personal car. This is my second BMW M2 G87. I had another one in red, but you need to know something about me. I don't keep the cars for such a long time. I usually buy them, I drive them a lot in a really short period of time. I switch cars really often, so you will see a lot of great projects here on the channel. But I don't leave them stock, so I always put some mods on them. The cars need to have a personality, they need to reflect my personality. And today I'm going to present everything about this BMW M2. Everything I take into consideration to buy it, everything I put on it, the mods and everything. So this is a 2023 BMW M2 G87. It has 17,000 kilometers, so that's around 12,000 miles, something like that. It's only 2 years old, and I think this is the perfect spec for me, especially in this amazing sunny weather that you can see. We are filming in the eastern of Europe right now, so the weather is pretty shitty. And this color I think hits better in Miami or in Dubai. I like this spec because the color fits perfectly with the wheels. I usually change my wheels, I put something custom, but this model from BMW is the best one. They have diamond cut, they look pretty big because of the color. I also like the black rims, but black makes the wheel look smaller. This color makes the wheel look bigger, but it doesn't look like this stock. I put Hasher springs on it, and I think it's now lower, 25 or 30 millimeters. And also I have some spacers, 10 millimeters in the back and 15 in the front. The fitment is now perfect, absolutely perfect. The problem when you buy a new BMW M2 compared to the M3 or M4 is that it doesn't come so well equipped from factory. You need to pay extra for everything. You need to pay extra for the carbon fiber roof, okay? When you get an M3 or an M4, the carbon fiber is stock. For the M2 you need to pay around 1,500 euros, or you can pay something like 2,000 something euro to add a sunroof. Okay, so in the back of the car you can already see the mods I put on it. So we have a nice spoiler. Also, I've changed the diffuser. This is wider and a lot bigger, and it also comes with these separate parts. So it is made from 3 separate parts. It creates a nice effect, and the S of the car looks a lot wider. And also with the springs, now the car looks absolutely perfect from the back. I don't know if I like the back of the car or the front of the car more. So you can leave a comment and tell me. Also, we have front splitter, the front bumper, of course, and I chose the glossy black because the car doesn't have carbon fiber everywhere. It only has the carbon fiber roof, but if I wanted to make a full carbon fiber spec, I need to buy the carbon fiber front grille. Also, everything here carbon fiber. You can change even this piece, and afterwards you can add the carbon fiber splitter. And also, to make everything complete, you should add some side skirts, also glossy black, because everything that I presented, it's part from a custom package, and they are from One Way Germany. You can find a lot of carbon fiber parts, especially in Europe, or from China, because they are all from China. But glossy black, it's a little bit harder to find. So this is the final result. The car looks absolutely amazing right now, especially when you see it moving on the street. It looks amazing in my personal opinion. This BMW M2 G87 creates some confusion because it's a little bit different than your normal BMW. The BMW M3 or M4 look pretty different, and I also had a BMW M4 G82. It looked like this. It also has some nice mods on it, and I don't know which one I like better. When this beast came out, I didn't like it so much. It looks pretty strange when you see it for the first time, but after you see it on the street multiple times, it starts to grow on you. You start to like it more and more, and right now I think this M2 stands out on the street more than a BMW M3 or M4 because there are so many M3s and M4s, especially in Europe. M2s are a little bit harder to find. So this is how the car looks from the outside. The Germans call this color Zahnwurzelblau, and I think for Americans it's like Miami blue, something like that, and the car would fit perfectly in Miami, as I said. Okay, so now the interior. The color, it's cognac. That's how we call it in Europe, cognac brown. You need to pay for a lot of things that you see here, okay? So a new BMW M2 comes with the standard seats, the sport seats that you can find at BMW on any 2 Series, 3 Series, 4 Series and so on. For these M seats you need to pay extra, of course. They come in standard for the M3 or M4, but for the M2 you need to pay extra. And also if you pay 5,000 euros, you can get the carbon fiber seats. I like them so much. For me they are pretty comfortable, but as I said, I didn't buy this car new. I bought it at 15,000 kilometers. So this is how the owner chose to spec it. The carbon fiber seats are pretty expensive, but I think they stand out so much more on an M car. Also, you need to pay extra for a lot of things that you see here. The carbon fiber trims, the carbon fiber on the steering wheel, everything that you see carbon fiber, you need to pay extra. I think it's around 1,500 euros to add everything, and I think it's necessary to do this because it's an M car. You need to have carbon fiber. You need to also have carbon fiber paddle shifter, because otherwise you get the standard M steering wheel, which is the same one as you get at a 3 Series or something. Also, you need to pay extra for the Harman Kardon sound system, which I think comes also in standard on an M3 or M4, but in my opinion it's a mandatory equipment, especially if you enjoy listening to good music. Performance-wise, as you know, these cars come with the locked ECU, so you can't tune it, but I found a really nice solution for this BMW M2. As you know, the new BMW M2 CS just came out, and it's not out on the streets, it's only available to order. But its software version, it's already on the streets. So, of course, I found a solution to update this car's software system to a M2 CS. In standard, this S58 engine, which by the way is the best engine, the best 3-liter that you can find on the market right now, comes with only 460 horsepower on the BMW M2 G87. On the mini facelift they did 1 year ago, it comes with 480 horsepower and 50 Newton meters more. This one had 550 Newton meters of torque, but now the car has 530 horsepower and 650 Newton meters, exactly like the BMW M2 CS. So imagine, you get a different car on the streets, you get the same width as the BMW M3 or M4, a shorter car, around 7 inches shorter, but also around 50 kg lighter. And now it has the same power as the new BMW M3 or M4, the facelift one, or the BMW M2 CS. So the car is a beast right now. 530 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, it drives amazing. It helps that the car is wide but shorter than the M3, and also this makes this car amazing to drive on the track. Okay, now 3 things that I like, 3 things that I don't like. Starting with the things that I don't like. You can't fit a regular human being in the back, so if needed, you can put somebody there, but the space is pretty limited. Why? Because the car, as I said, is shorter, so it loses around 20 centimeters, 7 inches in the back, and compared to the M4, the rear seats are useful only for short distances. Also, another thing that I don't like in stock is actually the power, but especially when I bought it and I went from the 510 horsepower from the BMW M4 to this one, I felt the power loss. So this detune makes the car feel a little, just a little bit slower than the normal M3 or M4. It also has around 50 Newton meters less, and the torque is really important. And the third thing that I don't like is that the materials are pretty cheap, but this car is also cheaper than the BMW M3 and M4, but I don't think you can get the extended leather option, and for me it was pretty important because the car doesn't feel as premium as other BMWs. It feels a little bit cheaper. The first thing that I like at this car is actually the price, because it's pretty cheap compared to the other M cars, and BMW offers most of the options from the higher classes. You basically get the same interior, the same display, the same engine, the same functions, and basically everything that you need. This car in Europe starts at around 80,000 euros, but also you can get a nice discount at your local BMW dealership. Also, when you get it used, as I did, the price drops again 10,000 more or even more than that. So in the 60,000 euro range, you actually get a new BMW with the latest technology, with the latest interior, and only 15,000 or 20,000 kilometers as you can find it. The second thing, I like the sound. The stock sound is actually amazing, but as I said, this car already has a BMW M2 CS software upgrade. The cold start is different now, and also the burbles are different. So it sounds pretty good, right? Right now when it starts, it revs a little bit and then comes right back. Of course, if you want to get a really loud sound, you need to put a custom exhaust on it. My recommendation is to do a full exhaust, because if you only put the downpipes, the S58 doesn't sound that good. At least you need to change the mid pipe if you want to see a difference in the sound. Third thing that I like is the driving position of this car. It's a little bit like the Porsche 911, and as you know, the BMW seat position is pretty low, so you feel like you're on the ground and ready to attack. So this being said, as a BMW M owner, at first you should press this button, the M mode. You should put the car on sports. So now the digital cluster is different. This is the M display. The M head-up display, it's a lot better now. After that, you should press the M1 button. My presets are as follow. M1 is M dynamic mode. That means I have the stability control still on, but it lets you sleep exactly as you need. I recommend driving in M dynamic mode every time you want to drive fast the car on public roads. But if you're on the public roads, I don't recommend to switch the systems off completely, because the car, especially now at 530 horsepower, is pretty slippery. When you are on M dynamic mode, it lets you sleep, but not They created this M dynamic mode especially for the BMW lovers. Why? Because you still want to feel the car as it flips around a little bit, but also to be safe. Pretty hard to lose the car completely with the M dynamic mode on. On M2, I have the settings for the racetrack. That means I have the DSC off completely now. The engine is in Sport Plus, everything is Sport Plus. The handling is the stiffer as it gets. And also I want to show you something really nice. On M2, on the new M's, you have this function, which means you can control the M traction from 0 to 10. So at 9, this is something like the M dynamic mode. As you get lower, the car sleeps more and more and more. And if you go down to 0, the car is now ready to drift. So if you want to drift the car, you need to put it on 0 and let everything loose. Right now I'm going to switch the car back to M dynamic mode, M1 for me. And this is the best, absolutely the best way to drive the car. Wow! It was with the M dynamic mode on and the car still flips around. As you can see, the car is pretty dangerous, and it puts the power down only when you drive it faster, like when you get past 70-80 kilometers, and even on third gear it sometimes flips around, so you need to be really careful. I don't recommend drifting this car on public roads. You should go to a private place or on the racetrack, because you need to get a feel of it, to get a taste of it, and not risk everything from the first time. The power upgrade is massive. As I said, I feel it every time I push the throttle. I feel the additional torque. 100 Newton meters of torque is a lot, to be honest. And when it puts the power on the ground, the car feels like the new M3 or M4 with 530 horsepower. It's amazing. Why? The car is fast. I like it so much because right now, to be honest, it's faster than a 911. It's almost as fast as the GTS, and it's a lot cheaper. So for this price, you get a really nice car, a fast car with the latest technology. Look at this display. It's amazing. You get everything you need here. When you drive it, you feel like you drive a new car, a new generation car with all the equipment that you need. Also, when I switch it to normal, car is a perfect daily driver. I drive this car almost every day, and I drive it inside the city center. It's pretty comfortable and you can live with it daily, no problem. Okay, so that's it with this vlog. If you enjoyed it, please press the subscribe button, because I want to grow this channel a lot and do amazing stuff on it. Also, the next vlogs you're going to see are back in Dubai, so I'm looking forward to going there because I miss the heat. I want to get back to the heat. It's Dubai season right now, and we are going to see each other in the next video. Bye bye.